music to encourage you. Remember, tune in to Walk Free. Listen every Sunday, now at 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. here on Roots 96.1 FM.
It's refreshing, it's revitalizing, and it's the epitome of music, sports, and entertainment. It's the Dudley Thomson Show on your number one community radio station, Roots 96.1 FM, on Saturdays from 6 to 8 p.m. with a wacky one, Dudley Thomson. It's the perfect blend of sports, interviews, wacky news, and of course, what's the verdict? It's the Dudley Thomson Show on your number one community radio station, Roots 96.1 FM, every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. Don't miss it.
Hello, I'm Dudley Thomson, and welcome to the Dudley Thomson Show here on Roots FM 96.1. And we have an action-packed show for you as per usual. But guess what? This show will missing one main component. We will not have any What's the Verdict tonight. But in the meantime, we're going to play for you some good Jamaican music, intertwined with some past verdict winner. Also, inside today's sports spectrum, looking back at Diego Maradona, his tragic ending, and also its early beginning. So it's from its early beginning to its ending. We'll look back at the life of Diego Maradona, that outstanding football player. You know, he passed on Wednesday, and when he died in Argentina, the headlines were "God is dead." He'd be revered in Argentina as some football goddess, or god rather, football god. But Diego Maradona has passed on, sadly, and we look back at his early beginning and his tragic ending there for Diego Maradona. And I mean, Jime, and also, let's do last week, what's the verdict winner? And her name is Stella. Yeah, man, big Stella. Keep it locked to us here, Roots FM 96.1. And a man called Peter Walker. Yeah, man, so in between time, we'll be giving you some of the past winners inside the show. And in the meantime, giving you some Jamaican classical music in the meantime and in between time. So in the meantime, in between time, some good old Jamaican music before we go to Sports Spectrum. Freddie McGregor here for you. A blessing J Ham said big tune. Blessing J Ham said tune. Bless up J Ham, keep it locked. We're live on the Roots FM Facebook page as well. And listen. Now that's it. Me and my little nut tree. Me and my little nut tree. Oh, well, yeah. I had a little nut tree. Nothing would it bear for me but a silver nut to make and a golden pillow. Golden pillow. One lonely night in June, when my tree began to bloom, I saw in front of me a girl dressed like the Queen of May. To my surprise, she was to be what God wanted. Again for the job, again for the top, again for the job. Me and my little nut tree. Me and my little nut tree. Oh, well, yeah. I had a little nut tree. Nothing would it bear for me but a silver nut to beg and a golden pillow. Golden pillow. One lonely night in June, when my tree began to bloom, I saw in front of me a girl dressed like the Queen of May. To my surprise, she was to be what God wanted her to be. She was to be my lover, you see. So that's how it should be. Oh, now, I've got to thank heaven for the gift he sent for me. He sent for me someone to love and hold my little nut tree. Whoa, well, yeah, me and my little nut tree, yeah. Oh, yeah. To my surprise, she was to be what God wanted her to be. She was to be my lover, you see, and that's how it should be. Oh, now, yeah, I had a little nut tree. Nothing would it bear for me but a silver nut to make and a golden pillow. Hello. Na 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 na. My sweet little nut tree, my sweet little nut tree, me and my little nut tree. Oh na 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 na. I beg Jonah. I feel you slipping away. In every part of me, I can feel I'm losing you, baby. I can feel I'm losing you, girl. More every day, always.
losing you, girl. Move every day. Ah, well, yeah, every way. Deep down inside of me, I can feel I'm moving away, baby. I can feel I'm moving away, girl. Move every day, oh lady, in every way. Baby, I've got the power to lead into light. I've got the loving you need every night. I've got the power, so love me, girl, 'cause I've got the power. Oh yeah, gonna love me, girl, gonna take care of me, girl. Yeah, now, alright. I've got the power, so love me, girl. I've got the power.
I am Princess Udoka from Nigeria. When I am in Jamaica, I listen to the Dudley Thomson Show on Roots 96.1 FM.
If you're feeling lonely, 'cause you're one and only, boy has found the girl.
Dudley Thompson, pull up that tune again. You got me rocking.
You can call me Mr. Fix-It. Oh, now, oh, yeah. If you're feeling lonely, 'cause you're one and only, boy has found the girl and run away. Just you reach for the phone. I'll be there at home. My name is Fix-It, and I'll be there. If you're
Saying hi to Mr. Max Fung from England. Keep it locked 96.1 on this your FM dial. We call him Mr. Fix It, Freddie McGregor style.
just you reach for the phone, I'll be there at home. My name is Fix-It, and I'll be there. Love, not a bit of roses, and life is not the game it seems. If you've been mistreated by your lover, now darling, come see me. And if you're feeling lonely, 'cause you're one and only, boy has found a girl and
Yeah, Mr. Fix It. And remember, at 7 o'clock, it'll be time for Sports Spectrum, looking back at the life and time of Diego Maradona, his early beginning and his troubles and his ultimate passing. And also, right after Sports Spectrum, the time for the Wacky News. Cannot miss today's Wacky News. Don't miss it. Get your coffee, get your tea, relax, and enjoy the music and the sports and the Wacky News inside the Dudley Thompson Show. 96.1 on this year FM dial. Don't miss it. Roots FM 96.1. Don't miss the Wacky News after these big songs. Big songs.
You say that you won't be my lover anymore because you have found somebody
Dudley
new.
Thompson, pull up that tune again. You got me rocking.
You say that you won't be my lover anymore because you have found somebody new. But I'm not going to let you go. Oh no, I'm not gonna let you go. You know that I love no other one but you. And I always try my best to make you feel alright. Oh no, I'm not gonna let you go. Oh no, my sweet honey, go take a run in belly. Old time people used to say, what sweet honey, go take a run in belly. Oh no, I'm not gonna let you go. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, because I know you're the only one for me. Oh no, I'm not gonna let you go. Oh no, no.
I'm Princess Udoka from Nigeria. When I am in Jamaica, I listen to the Dudley Thompson Show on Roots 96.1 FM.
Just like the rain that falls from the sky, my love for you will never die, will never
I'm Princess Udoka from Nigeria. When I am in Jamaica, I listen to the Dudley Thomson Show on Roots 96.1 FM.
There is something happening here that isn't exactly clear. There is a man over there telling me I got to beware. Won't you stop, children? Watch this sound. Everybody look, people, what's going on? What a great day this will be. Thousands of people in the street, getting so much resistance from behind it. Getting so much resistance from behind, yeah. Oh Lord, too much resistance. Nobody's wrong, everybody's right, yeah. Young people, what's on your mind? Getting so much resistance from behind, yeah. Getting so much resistance from behind, yeah. Oh Lord, getting so much resistance way from behind it. There is something happening here that isn't exactly clear. There is a man over there telling me I got to beware. Won't you stop, children? Watch this sound. Everybody look, people, what's going on? What a great day this will be. Thousands of people in the street, getting so much resistance from behind, yeah. Getting so much resistance from behind, yeah. Oh Lord, too much resistance, too much pressure, way from behind, yeah. Getting too much resistance. Oh, nobody's wrong, everybody's right. Young people, what's on your mind? Getting so much resistance from behind, yeah. Getting so much resistance from behind, yeah. Oh Lord, they keep on putting on the pressure way from behind it. Too much resistance they might put up from behind, yeah. Now, oh Lord, have mercy. Oh Lord, I gotta put up my guard. I've gotta open my eyes.
I am Princess Udoka from Nigeria. When I am in Jamaica, I listen to the Dudley Thomson Show on Roots 96.1 FM.
Oh, she didn't better than I. As I packed my bags to leave, thought she would start to cry.
Dudley Thomson, pull up that tune again. You got me rocking, oh.
Oh, she didn't better than I. As I packed my bags to leave, thought she would start to cry. towards the open door. But people, let me tell you, oh Lord, I just didn't wanna go. She didn't give me no sign, nothing that would make me change my mind. But I would like to start all over again. I just wanna change my mind, yeah. Oh, I played my games many times before. But people, let me tell you, oh, I never reached the door. The wind is blowing high tonight. I keep looking back, but my baby was not inside. I would like to start all over again. Baby, let me change my mind, yeah. Think I'm gonna change my mind, yeah. I wanna change my mind, yeah. I wanna change my mind, yeah. Think I'm gonna change my mind, yeah. For I just wanna change my mind, yeah.
Coming soon to Roots 96.1 FM, the 3 to 1 special.
I see the danger in your eyes, girl. Maybe you're just leaving, maybe you're just lonely, but I know that something's the matter, 'cause I see the danger in your eyes telling me
Coming soon to Roots 96.1 FM, the 3 to 1 special.
Don't give it up. Gotta defend what's right. Look how long they brought us down here. Have us in bondage right through these years. Fussing and fighting among ourselves. Nothing to achieve this way. It's worse than hell, I say. Get up and fight for your right, my brother. Don't give it up. Get up and fight for your right, my sister. Took us away from civilization. Brought us a slave in this sugar plantation. Fussing and fighting among ourselves. Nothing to achieve this way. It's worse than hell. I say, get up and fight for your right, my brother. Don't give it up. Get up and fight for your right, my sister. Don't give it up. Fighting among ourselves. Nothing to achieve this way. It's worse than hell. I say now. Get up and fight for your right. Don't give it up. Get up for your right. My sister. Don't give it up. Get up and fight for your right. Brother, stand up now. Be strong now. Don't let the system get you down. Look how long they brought us down here. Have us in bondage right through these years. Fussing and fighting among ourselves. Nothing to achieve this way. It's worse than hell, I say. Get up and fight for your right, my brothers. Get up and fight for your right, my sisters. Get up and fight for your right, my brothers. Get up and fight for your right, my sisters. Don't give it up now. Oh no, gotta defend what is mine, I know. Oh no, yeah. Big ship real bad man.
Yeah, man, a quick pause here for the cause. Hope you're enjoying the song so far. But guess what? A quick pause for the cause as we head inside the first feature for today. We call the Sports Spectrum, 96.1 on this your FM dial. A quick pause for the cause.
COVID-19 is still here. Always wear your mask correctly while in public places, covering your nose and mouth at all times. Masks should never be worn over the head, under your chin, below your nose, or hanging from your ears. Recovery from COVID-19 can take up to 60 days or more. The mask or the ventilator? You choose. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Coming soon to Roots 96.1 FM, the 3 to 1 special. Basca House Production presents The Jimmy Fagan Record Show. Join DJ String on Roots 96.1 FM, Sundays 4:35 p.m. and Tuesdays 7:05 p.m. That's the Jimmy Fagan Record Show right here on Roots 96.1 FM, Sundays and Tuesdays. You don't want to miss it.
All right, and welcome now to the feature we call your Sports Spectrum, and it's 96.1 on this year FM dial. And today inside Sports Spectrum, we're going to give you a quick look at the early days as the world mourned the loss of Diego Armando Maradona, World Cup winner for Argentina in 1986. And right now inside the Sports Spectrum, the first feature, we're going to look back at the beginning of the man, how he started his career from the slums of Argentina to the world stage. Diego Armando Maradona. And today's Sports Spectrum is brought to you, of course, by
Two-time What's the Verdict winner, Dan Antoni. EP is now available. Featuring big songs such as Nothing, Progress, Living is So Hard, Love Makes the World Go Round, Full Time, and Step Up. For bookings and dub sessions, call 1-876-376-8418. This is a must for your collection.
Me have to give thanks. It's done and
The big album, The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends, now available, featuring Paul Hamilton,
oh, baby, baby, so wild.
Admiral Tess,
I was glad.
Bhutan Warrior,
Time is gone.
Sam Buttercup,
As close as I can.
Hopton James,
Girl of my dream, where are you?
Michael Rutherford,
Jamaica nice, Jamaica nice. It feels like paradise.
and Proactive.
Bang to bang, the river come down, the heading,
The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends. Get your copies now.
count on you. Sail on a first night party.
Distributed by VP Records. Just call 954-966-4744.
All right, and welcome to the feature we call the Sports Spectrum 96.1 on the FM dial. In this feature, we look at the early days of Diego Armando Maradona.
Features: shy, almost frightened. Maradona kept this expression on his face for his entire life. Before you get down on yourself, here's a piece of advice. Take inspiration from a young Maradona. A life full of love, excess, anger, fighting. A life that was a success while everyone expected it to be a failure. It was in poverty that Diego Armando Maradona first saw the light of day in October 1960. He grew up in Villa Fiorito, a slum in the Buenos Aires suburbs. The houses were collapsing and no one collected the garbage. Drugs and violence were always present in Maradona's surroundings. Diego Sr. worked at a factory to try and earn enough money to feed his family, while Donna Tota, his wife, looked after and educated their 7 kids. His mother's behavior concerned Diego. Very often, when they'd sat down for a meal, Donna Tota complained about having a stomachache, a pain that could be so intense it even stopped her from eating. At least, that's how it seemed. She never had a stomachache. She just wanted us to eat. Every time the food would come out, she would say, "My stomach hurts." It was a lie. It was because there was not enough to go around. Another sacrifice Diego's parents made was buying this ball for their son's 3rd birthday. It was with this ball that he demonstrated his skill week after week, putting on a show for all of Fiorito with his unmatched technique. Diego quickly realized that this ball was going to determine his family's future. Young Diego didn't have a choice. He had to succeed to save his parents, his brothers, and his sisters from poverty. And to do that, talent alone wasn't enough. He now had to summon up all his determination. Diego showed this extra something special as soon as he joined his first football club, Argentinos Juniors. Aged 8, Maradona was more muscular than the other kids his age, but was still much shorter than them. Some of the club's managers accused him of being older than he was, and of being a teenager with dwarfism. Donna Tota was even forced to present her son's birth certificate to prove he wasn't older than 8. Now, with the right to play, Maradona had a huge presence. No defender could get the ball from him. His technique with the ball at his feet and the strength of his legs allowed him to beat any opponent. So much so that he quickly became public enemy #1 in the eyes of the opposition team's parents. They didn't understand how a kid that was so short, so atypical, so poor could be better than their kids. They insulted him. "Dirty rat. You have dark skin. Kill him." Young Diego responded on the pitch. He had only one aim: scoring goals. His first coach, Francisco Cornejo, was convinced that this hatred made Diego even better. Football transformed him internally, making him a natural winner. As competitive at 12 years old for a soda than at 25 years old for the World Cup. The club Argentinos Juniors wanted to make Maradona an even stronger player. Young Diego had to double down on his training sessions. His father, who got up at 5 a.m. every morning to go to the factory, crossed Buenos Aires every afternoon to take his son to the training ground. A journey that took Diego Sr. and Jr. hours navigating from one bus to another. When he turned 15, the club decided to house Diego in an apartment near the stadium so he could train more easily. It's at that moment that Diego received his first paycheck. Proud of earning this money by himself, he decided to buy his parents a television as a first purchase. At 15, Diego became like another father for us. He made our day-to-day lives much more comfortable. Maradona knew he had to become one of the best if he wanted to be able to pay for a new house for his parents. And to become the best, he'd have to move into the pro ranks. 10 days before celebrating his 16th birthday, Maradona became the youngest player in history to play in the Argentine First Division. The crowds were already singing his name. A few moments after coming onto the pitch, Diego did a memorable nutmeg. The crowd sang his name even louder. Maradona scored his first professional goal 2 weeks after celebrating his 16th birthday. Argentina had found its greatest young talent. Diego drew his success from hatred, which energized and motivated him. He'd almost found his way out, but knew he still had to cross mountains to successfully save his family from poverty. He got angry when you said that kids from his neighborhood were all dirty, ignorant, and useless. He wanted to become a representative of this excluded population. That's why he was never sick, and he still played even if he injured himself. Diego Maradona was injured for his entire life. Injured by his past, injured by betrayals, injured by his fragile health, injured by his addiction. He was always injured, but he never stopped playing. And when Diego played, Maradona won. The rest belongs to history. While there'll always be some doubts about Maradona's dark side, two things are 100% certain when you talk about Diego Maradona. He loved football with all his soul, and he never really lost his inner child, which gave him the strength he needed to never lose hope.
quick look there at the early days, the beginning of the man, the child, and if you think your life is hard, look at what Diego Maradona went through. Dirty rat, he too poor from the ghetto, he too dark. That's Diego Maradona, his beginning. A quick pause for the cause. When we come back, we look at his career and what led to his downfall as a person and as a player. Sports Spectrum, 96.1 on this FM dial.
The big album, The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends, now available, featuring Paul Hamilton,
Oh, baby, baby, so I will.
Admiral Tess,
I was glad.
Bhutan Warrior,
Time has come.
Sam Buttercup,
As close as I can.
Upton James,
Girl of my dream, where are you?
Michael Rutherford, and Proactive.
Bang to bang,
The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends. Get your copies now. Distributed by VP Records. Just call 954-966-4744.
It's a Jocko production.
Two-time What's the Verdict winner, Dan Antoni. EP is now available. Featuring big songs such as Nothing,
Nothing changed my love. If you feel me, don't give up.
Progress,
Then you'll love it when you are progress.
Living is so hard, Love makes the world go round. Full time and step up. For bookings and dub sessions, call 1-876-376-8418. This is a must for your collection.
We have to give thanks. It's done and so
Coming soon to Roots 96.1 FM, the 3-to-1 special.
Coming soon. All right, and welcome back now to the feature we call here Sports Spectrum, and it's 96.1 on this year FM dial. Yes, indeed. Looking at the outstanding, one of the world's best ever football player, and some may say second only to Pele. And the fans of Argentina fans will say no. But from a Brazilian fan, I would say second only to Pele. But the fans of Argentina will say he is better than Pele. But in the stats, in performance, Pele is still number one. The only player to play on the 3 World Cup winning team. Undisputed. Pele himself, 1958, 62, and 1970. Pele is the undisputed king of football. Diego Maradona, they call him the god. So the king is above the god. Our God is above a king. Our God is a king. All right. The mix of football and God. All right. 96.1 on the FM dial. All right. Look now at the tragic lifestyle of Diego Maradona as we continue inside the Sports Spectrum 96.1 on this year FM dial.
Out on any of our upcoming videos today, so that you never have to miss out on any of our upcoming videos today.
96.
Greatest sport genius the game has ever seen, Diego Armando Maradona. The pint-sized Argentine wizard's career is the stuff of legends, and he's still as revered today as he was decades ago when he was in his element on the field, dazzling us with his skills and leaving defenders gasping for air and coughing the dust off of their mouths. That's the impact the controversial forward had. But despite all his issues, Maradona is widely considered the greatest player to have ever set foot on a football field. Before we begin, make sure to answer a question during the video. $1 Amazon gift card. For many years, Maradona is mentioned with the same reverence as the likes of Pele, Puskás, Beckenbauer, Cruyff, and others. Despite his extensively documented struggles,
The Argentine is still considered a true legend of the game, which speaks volumes of the impact he made on the game. If you ever had the chance to see the 1986 World Cup in Mexico, you'll know just how much the game meant to him and how much Maradona meant to football. Napoli haven't won anything of great note in the last 20 years or so, but the last time they did was actually driven by a supercharged Maradona. The city has never been the same since. Coming up against some of the greatest players the game has ever produced, such as Ruud Gullit, Rossi, Michel Platini, Marco van Basten, Franco Baresi, Falcao and Lothar Matthäus, Maradona made them look like ordinary players as Napoli went on to win a decent amount of silverware. When Barcelona decided to cash in on their unpredictable star in 1984, it was perhaps the beginning of something beautiful and ugly at the same time. The Argentine was set to go for an adventure in Italy where he would be treated like a god by the people and become a global superstar. Being sold to a club based out of one of the most violent cities in Italy meant that there was always going to be some problems. Allegedly, the local mafia was involved in financing the out-of-the-blue move, something the then-president, Corrado Freleno, vehemently denied. Indeed, Napoli weren't the most financially strong team in Italy, and neither were they competing for European Cup glory, let alone a Scudetto charge. And while the 1986 World Cup and the Jekyll and Hyde moment in the game against England is considered his greatest achievement, we beg to differ. Winning 2 Scudettos with Napoli was something that immediately turned global attention to Italian football, while also angering the traditional powerhouses in the shape of Milan, Internazionale, and of course Juventus. Maradona's success brought to the fore the once ignored hatred towards Napoli and its fans, and took us back to those times when the bridge between the north and the south was quite a topic of discussion in the country. And that's why Napoli and Maradona were a match made in heaven. 2 deities that were simply trying to find their place in the world, and it was only defiance that got them this far. And while the people of Naples were celebrating the presence of Maradona, the Great One's decline was happening far away from his admirers. He started interacting with local members of the mafia, spending time with them, partying until Wednesday, while snorting cocaine provided by the mafioso. After taking a few days to get back to his usual self, Maradona would play again and would not show the signs of a player who had become an addict. By 1989, after leading Napoli to their only European trophy, the Argentine requested the club to transfer him. This was a request coming from a man who was on the verge of a breakdown, descending into an addiction there was no getting away from. Freleno sadly said no, and would later on admit that he became his jailer by denying the request. In 1990, Italy hosted the World Cup and Argentina were the reigning champions. Maradona knew that he would be getting a lot of stick from the fans in the country, but the semi-final game against Italy at Napoli's Stadio San Paolo was going to be a homecoming for the proud son of Naples, who was not even born in the city. Maradona even invited local fans to support Argentina in a move that was taken as pure disrespect. Indeed, when Argentina knocked out Italy, the forward became a persona non grata. Upon his return for club duty, things had changed, and Maradona encountered the wrath of the whole country. Unloved, rejected, the talented star was spinning out of control. His demons finally caught up with him after he was involved in a doping and prostitution scandal. The league slapped him with a ban that lasted more than a year. For many years, Maradona was getting away with his demons off the field. His frenetic, tragic and somewhat bizarre finale at Napoli before the drugs bust was followed by a rehabilitation cameo before that too came to a bitter end in Dallas in the summer of '94. No matter what happened, Maradona was always looked at with admiration, reverence and sadness at the same time. He was a star, but not the one that shines brightest and makes people feel good. It was only Argentina where he was loved unconditionally, in spite of his many antics. He returned to La Bombonera and kept insisting that it was FIFA that had conspired to ruin his career. The game against Cologne, Maradona's first, served as yet another reminder about how far his stock has fallen. The game in itself was a carnival. Maradona didn't move much, but that didn't matter. At least he was still there on the field. Maradona had 2 personalities. One was a young kid raised in the slums of Via Fiorito, where he kept his head above the dirty laundry long enough to stay ahead of the curve. His alter ego, though, was in line with a peculiar madness that comes with a new life of no financial troubles. The Argentine was clearly not well equipped to deal with 2 different lives. It was his alter ego that mutated at a phenomenal speed and eventually took over his body, so much that there was pretty much nothing left of his original self. Indeed, there were certain traits about Maradona that contradicted him. At one side, you saw a giant of a man who represented the common people and took on FIFA and spoke out at great lengths about corruption within the game. But on the other side, you would see perhaps the first truly commercialised modern-age footballer. Maradona did represent the people and put his heart and soul on the pitch, but at the same time, he's also remembered as a great example of how corruption can ruin anyone. But even today, despite all of his problems and proclivity to press the self-destruct button whenever he chooses to, Maradona remains the greatest person born in Argentina. While Lionel Messi continues making records, the Barcelona man has struggled to come out of Maradona's shadow. Perhaps it is because the 1986 World Cup still remains a point of reference. In all honesty, Maradona peaked at a very early age. This is a story of a genius who squandered everything and is one of the greatest tragedies in football history. At Naples, Maradona became a huge star, but it was also because in that very city, everything started going downhill. Every time he took on the field, it looked as if he'd gained weight. As the manager of Argentina, he proved to be the greatest example of the famous saying, "Great players don't make great coaches." So how much of Maradona's achievements affected the teams where he shone the brightest? Napoli's last Scudetto triumph came in the 1989-90 season, and they haven't won the title since. The likes of Juventus, Internazionale, and even AS Roma are much closer to winning the titles in the coming years than Napoli. So here's your question. Which Argentinian player did Maradona's daughter marry? Answer this in the comments and you could wear that way. Celeste's 1984 World Cup triumph looking more and more like a one-off. Is this the subplot of a typical Maradona story? So why is it that the flawed genius is still loved so much everywhere? The answer to that would be pretty much self-explanatory if we look at ourselves in the mirror. All of us have our flaws and most of us don't like to own up to that. Maradona, however, oozes raw humanity and has the courage to throw it out into the open without fretting about the consequences. That's why we love him. In his very own way, the legendary forward lets us know that he understands us and perhaps even tries to tell us that it's okay to be imperfect and to try and keep a leash on our demons in front of the world. Maradona is like a Venn diagram, a very complicated one for that matter. Some call him a cheat for scoring the hand of God goal. Some call him a genius for scoring that amazing goal against England in the same game where he scored with his hand. Some call him a madman for causing a scene in a VIP box at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Some call him a wicked man for being angry at some kids who were just asking for his autograph. He's even been considered a joke by many around the world due to the manner in which he's carried himself. Regardless of what we think, at the end of the day, while his story is a truly tragic one, does it make sense for us to say that without his demons, Diego Armando Maradona may never have been able to send the world into a state of trance the moment the ball found its way to his feet? There are certain players who might never be who they are without certain traits. Take the ultra-competitiveness out of Luis Suarez, and he might never have become such an amazing player. Take the fight out of him and Wayne Rooney might never have enjoyed a great career at Manchester United. So how did we ever expect Maradona to become a genius without carrying a box full of demons?
The story there of Diego Maradona. Wow. From humble beginnings and to his problems off the field and his glory on the field of play. Sports Spectrum 96.1 on this year FM dial.
The big album, The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends, now available, featuring Paul Hamilton,
Oh, baby, baby, so
Admiral Tess,
I was glad,
Bhutan Warrior,
time is gone,
Sam Buttercup,
as close as I came.
Upton James,
Girl of my dream, where are you?
Michael Rutherford,
Jamaica nice, it feels like paradise.
and Proactive.
Bang to bang, the river come down, the healing, possible.
The Ultimate, Paul Hamilton and Friends. Get your copies now.
Count on you, there on a first night party.
Distributed by VP Records. Just call 954-966-4744.
It's a Jocko production.
Two-time What's the Verdict winner, Dan Antoni. EP is now available. Featuring big songs such as Nothing,
Nothing changed my love. If you feel me, don't give up.
Progress,
Them no love it when you are progress.
Living is So Hard, Love Makes the World Go Round,
Love makes the world go round. Legacy carry
time and step up. For bookings and dub sessions, call 1-876-376-8418. This is a must for your collection.
Me have to give thanks. It's done and so
Coming soon to Roots 96.1 FM, the 3 to 1 special.
All right, inside the sports spectrum today, we have some breaking news that coming in out of the US. The Denver Broncos will not have a quarterback on their roster for tomorrow when they take on New Orleans Saints. And a person with knowledge of the situation confirmed to Sports Spectrum that there are 3 Denver quarterbacks: Drew Lock, Brent Pippin, and Jeff Driscoll have been placed on the COVID-19 restricted list and will be eligible to play tomorrow. The person requested that they anonymity. All right. So again, so breaking news here. So the Denver Broncos will not have a quarterback on their roster for tomorrow's game against New Orleans because all the 3 Denver quarterbacks, Drew Lock, Jake Ripon, and Jeff Driscoll, have been placed on the COVID-19 restricted list. So all the fans of the Denver Broncos will be shocked at this one. So it'll be a sad one there. So that's breaking here inside Sports Spectrum 96.1 on the FM dial. Trying to get some news here about the J3's election, and as soon as we get those news, we'll pass them on to you. All right, and between Don Quarry and Garth Gale. All right, so on that note, we wind down Sports Spectrum for today, brought to you, of course, by Paul Hamilton and Friends, and also, of course, there by Don Antoni. Sports Spectrum 96.1 on this year FM dial. All right, let me take a quick pause for the cause, and we go to, hey, grab your coffee, take a seat for this one. Relax for this one. All right, after a quick timeout.
Coming soon to Roots 96.1 FM, the 3 to 1 special. Coming soon to Roots 96.1 FM, the 3 to 1 special.
All right, and welcome back now to the Wacky News inside the Dudley Thomson Show. And before we give you today's Wacky News, we're going to relive the day before a past Wacky News. And I still can't understand, why would someone call himself this particular name? Upcoming artist. And this is his name.
The reason why I'm calling Bling Janko, because I bring dog, I'm an entertainer. I didn't say every dog buy Janko. Oh, a dog to buy Janko when Janko eat dog. Bling dog, what's the step you move with me? My name is Bling Janko, the girls in Melamango. What do you have to say, Samantha?
I don't have nothing to say about it.
So about all the names, why you choose a name like Bling Janko? So tell exactly why and how did you get that name?
Well, I want to tell them to get this name. Bling dog said him eat up all dog. Him now big up my Janko. I am named Bling Dog. Yeah. So I just study and say, I'm going to give myself Bling Janko name, Bling Janko. I'm going to say, Bling Janko, the whole world is lovely.
Give a piece, give a piece.
Well, my name Bling Janko, my name then Bling Janko. Where Janko, my friend, when I see Janko pick up a chop. Easy.
Man, they call it Bling Janko. 96 on the FM band.
The girls are Melamango. Samantha. That's the place. No style. Chop. No customer do. Easy me that. Big Janko. Man and my boss. Yeah.
All right. I still can't understand why would that upcoming artist call himself Bling Jonkro. All right, that is 60.1 on the FM dial. Welcome to those on Roots FM Facebook page and also those on WDT Media TV on YouTube. All right, today's Wacky News. Inside Wacky News for today, one upset parent is fed up with the online school, and here is how she responded.
Every picnic on gunman and gunman, dance mat, rat mat, dirty mat, cricket mat, tennis mat, every mat in the world. You see, that me know, the motor baruka walk the foot for the whole of life, I'm back in never joking.
Wow, it's everybody that don't smart rat kind of bat because of the online class. And again, some persons who can afford who have the gadget instruments and can afford a constant Wi-Fi service will get it. But those who live in some deep rural parishes, and when the parents have 5 children and 1 phone and have to go to work, those will be at a disadvantage when they come on to the online schooling. So hopefully the vaccine can be approved quickly, and we can hopefully get back to normal, not some level of normalcy as soon as possible. All right. And also inside today, one student, and he mistook a parent. So one student went into their WhatsApp group, and he mistook a parent for his teacher. And check out that exchange.
Is not your teacher. I am a parent. I am not your teacher. So I said to you, I am not your teacher. I am a parent. How me what you want me to do? Or what you want me to stir up somebody will tell you? To not do that, parent. You're a parent. You're a kid. Here, go on my phone and don't send me my voice note to my phone again. Otherwise, I'm going to check it out and I'm going to go to your parents. I said, I am not your teacher. I am a parent. I am not your teacher. So why you keep on texting my phone and bothering me? Go get some manners, little pygmy.
Wow. That was an exchange between a parent and a child. The child mistook the parent for his teacher and was texting about assignments. And that was how the teacher responded to the student. All right, and I told you, Wacky News there, 96.1 on the FM dial. And a child got an assignment to fill in the blanks. Yes? The child got a student to fill in the blanks. And the paper was a triangle, a rectangle, and a circle. And all the child was to do was to fill in the blanks. And this was so his father actually got the assignment on his phone, and he made clear that it is not for him. This is how the father responded to the assignment. He said, child, fill in the blanks. And there was a line with a triangle, and a line, a square with a line, and a circle with a line. Fill in the blanks. And this was how the parent handled that one.
Teacher construction work me do. So I'm not fit up, but I'm not put it in the kitchen. If you put it can use to fill in them or send it down when you send to pick me. Reply to me, let me know.
Again from the top.
Teacher construction work me do. So I'm not fit up, but I'm not put it in the kitchen. If you put it can use to fill in them or send it down when you send to pick me. Reply to me, let me know.
Oh my God. So the father is saying that he does construction work, all right? And he has no putty to fill in the blanks. All right, so the father got the text. He has no putty to fill in the blanks. All right, so that was the father there responding to that to this classwork. Fill in the blanks. And the father made it clear that he has no putty to fill in the blanks. Can't get any wackier inside the Dudley Thomson Show here on Roots FM 96.1. And I think we saved the best for last. We saved the best one for last. This mother was quite upset with the teacher. And she plans to go to the Ministry of Education because she said the teacher asked the child a question. The child must name his favorite dish. The child answered, and the teacher says the child is correct. No, sorry, the parent insists that the child gave the correct answer, and the teacher is saying the child's response is incorrect. She's so upset with the teacher that he planned to go to the Ministry of Education. Let's take a listen to what was the question and what was the response of the child. This is, it can't get any wackier than this. Inside the Wacky News, 96.1 on this, your FM dial.
Miss, we have a serious issue now. Morning, miss. We have a serious issue now. We have a serious issue. Me the year I help my son with online class. And you ask him a question, so what is his favorite dish? And him answer, you tell him something wrong. The son answer, tell him his favorite dish is crockery plate. You never tell him, say, no, that's the wrong answer. Or you fit in your yard and know me a give him food, you know. Or you fit in your yard and know what is his favorite dish. You kill the man, me for go Ministry of Education.
No, man. What is your favorite dish? No. What is your favorite dish? Well, is it styrofoam banned by the government? Is it food box, plastic, or crockery? No, this one takes the cake. This one really take this one take the cake. All right.
Morning, miss. We have a serious issue now. We have a serious issue. Me the year I help my son with online class. And you ask him a question, so what is his favorite dish? And him answer, you tell him something wrong. The son answer, tell him his favorite dish is crockery plate. You never tell him, say, no, that's the wrong answer. Or you fit in your yard and know me a give him food, you know. Or you fit in your yard and know what is his favorite dish. You kill the man, me for go Ministry of Education.
All right. All right, 96, you're fine to one. So the child's favorite dish is crockery plate. It should have said the contents in the plate. It was chicken, stewed peas, ackee and saltfish, curry goat. But the child's favorite dish is crockery plate. All right. Some people eat out of styrofoam, although they're banned by the government. Some eat out of the cardboard box. Some eat out of plastic, and some eat out of file paper. But this guy's favorite dish is the crockery plate. All right? And the mother is insisting that the child answer is correct. And she planned to go to the Ministry of Education to report the teacher. All right? That is the Wacky News there for today. That is 60.1 this year FM dial.
Coming soon to Roots 96.1 FM, the 3 to 1 special.
All right, hi to welcome Patrick Brown, Paco Brown from London, keep it locked. Jeffrey Tavares. Yeah, but I see the messages coming there from Patrick Brown and in London, and Jeffrey Tavares, keep it locked. 96.1 on this your FM dial. All right, bless upon the man called Donovan Powell. One of his Donovan Powell, the sprinter, the brother of Asafa Powell. Donovan Powell, not sure if he's the brother of Asafa Powell, who was a champ star back in the 1990s. Donovan Powell, not sure if it's that person, but bless up Donovan Powell and J-Ham, keep it locked. 96.1 on this year FM dial. Jeffrey Tavares is messaging, but I can't find what Jeffrey Tavares is messaging about. In the meantime, that's how we conclude the walking. Hope you enjoyed the walking news for today. You see the comedy show that's happening with our online classes. And we're hoping that we can get back to normal school in Jamaica. And we can't have a virtual boys champs and girls champs, a virtual medical football, virtual netball, virtual track, and so we need to get back to normal schooling. All right, Root FM 96.1. We're the authentic voice of the Jamaicans in a city. All right, keep it locked. Get us some news here from out of England. But all right, good at news. I'm very short. But in the meantime, we'll go to some. But we can get see though. It's not watching the news at all. Getting some news here. It's a UK public figure urge airline not to facilitate upcoming deportation of Jamaican. So this is some news coming in here. Some news here coming in there. So that the UK public figure urged airlines not to facilitate upcoming deportation of Jamaicans. All right, so good move there. Yeah. And celebrities join campaign to stop December deportation of Jamaicans from Britain. Wow, this planned deportation is getting some momentum. Some momentum now. 96.1 on the FM dial. What a way to go. All right. Owen Brown, keep it locked. Get us live there on rootsfmjamaica.com. And also we're live also on Roots FM Facebook page. And best there to Elizabeth Schooler, Richter Moore, Claudia Davis, Alicia Green, Hot Cake, keep it locked, and Trevor Lawrence over there in the US. But in between time, we can find something there from. We go to Silky D and Majority. Yeah, man. Silky D and Majority. No college degree.
Quality Majority. Whoa, boy. It's a real story. And we represent it. Believe me. Whoa. Real argument. It's not a joking thing. La 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 la. I want you to listen to this song. Watch it. Because me not a college degree. No friend in a society. Your mother know why you chat to me. No. She know why you chat to me. Me not have no house uptown. No pretty girl will take you around. She know why you chat to me. No. She know why you chat to me. I met this girl at the mall the other day. What a beauty! So beautiful. I was taken away. But I could have made her mine. But I might have still blind. Even if I cloud me a climb, she a cut it like a vine. And she say you, no, move on galant. See my daughter, you can't be the man. Worse when she see the bang of phone in her hand. And what up with that, she say me favor King Kong. And then she start to ask me some question. Where is your house? Where is your land? About to want to get me daughter in hand. Move on galant back where you want come from. Because me not a college degree. No friend in a society. Your mother know why you chat to me. No, she know why you chat to me. Me not have no house uptown. A pretty car will take you around. She know why you chat to me. And that's all I feel. She know why you chat to me. Should never happen. She rather chat to me, so young and Miss a chin because she say everyone we have the real bling bling. Because a yard and factory of foreign boy. Oh, what a thing, yes. Hello, girl, your mom don't understand your emotion. It hurts so bad, I'm still holding on.
Come on, you should not make a difference. She tell me say she love me and the real argument. But the mother she don't have no conscience. Between me and her daughter she a run wire fence. Me tell her no judge a book by the cover. Diplomatically intelligent vanity is above her. But mama still say no, no. Still can't be your lover or a liar or a doctor or a prime minister.
I met this girl at the mall the other day.
We call him Silky D alongside Majority. And we now go now to last week's What's the Verdict winner. And we call her Teller. One called Rise It Up by Teller. Big song. The band called Peter Walker, Keep It Locked. Roots FM 96.1, the big song. Man like Bad Breed. Yeah, man. I hope Bad Breed about 5 certificates for his many wins inside the verdict. Because they were destroyed when his house went up in flames some time ago. So I still have to give Bad Breed those replacement certificates. And Bad Breed gave me the song, but I keep on losing the paper. So Bad Breed, forgive me. All right, Bad Breed. And alongside also Peter Walker, Keep Locked, Teller. Big song, Rise It Up, Teller, Big Joan.
Everybody.
Coming soon to Roots and the 6.1 FM, the 3 to 1 special.
Ooh, yeah, here's where I belong. When you see the hours come, hold strong, hold strong. For the journey seems to take too long, too long. So many faces in the crowd, and yet no one says out loud. There is dedication, determination, self-embracing, shout, yeah. Oh no no no, oh no no no, oh no no no, move, oh no 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 no, oh no no no, shout, yeah. Oh no 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 no, oh no 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 no, oh no 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 no, move, stand strong and here's where I belong, yeah. Think about it, hurt about it, hold your head and cry about it, baby. Tell the stories and lock your doors and hit your bed. Cover your head when you raise your children, pay your bills and still can paper. And it's you need when you struggle for purpose, or you just can't take no more. Shout, yeah. Oh no no no, oh no no no, oh no no no, whoa, no 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 no, oh no no no, oh no no no, shout, yeah. Oh no no no, oh no no no, oh no no no, whoa, dream a dream and say here's where I belong, yeah. Say it loud, say I belong here. I am a destiny unfolding, and I am proud. Say it loud, I made it all the way. I'm not resting the steps that I take, and I'm moving on. When you see the arrows come, hold strong, hold strong. When the journey seems to take too long, too long. So many faces in the crowd, and yet no one says out loud. Your name is dedication, determination, you're self-embracing. Shout! Oh no 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 no, oh no no no, oh no no no, whoa, oh no no no, oh no no no, oh no no no, shout! Yeah. Oh no no no, oh no no no, oh no no no, whoa, stand strong and here is where I belong. Yeah, man, we call it Roar there for you, 96.1, and this is FM that Roar. Yeah, man, Roar there for you. Roar. When we play a man there, oh, hear me now. Play where you say it is done. One more play me head, play where you did. We can come again, been waiting. Mr. Player man, what's the motive, what's the plan? You become sweet like sugar, and that's what matters. Come again, wish it could be there. Wish it could be there.
called a Ruru for you. Ruru, many times when you're inside, what's the one called Player Man? Ruru there for you. You can see about on Root FM page and also WDT Media TV. Ruru, yeah man. We're going to the brother. One calling title. This one called where is it? Pop Up Pops by Vincenzo. Yeah man. Pop Up Pops by Vincenzo. Now the 60.1 on this your FM dial.
For you deadbeat dads out there, step up to the plate and take care.
One call Vincenzo. One call pop up there for you.
Pops, where you at? Babies need their daddies, mothers need their honeys. Step up and be the head of the family. You were there for the pregnancy, now comes the baby.
One call Pop Up Pops. Pop Up Pops for ya.
Freaking absurd, so act like a nerd. You heard, Pop Up Dad.
Wait, calling Vincenzo. Pop Up Pops for you.
Pops, where you?
Root FM 96.1. Root FM 96.1.
Dear honeys, step up and be the head of the family. Pop Up Dad. So tell me guys, when will you stop? Clean up your worthless act. Stop being a deadbeat rat. They don't deserve your crap. My daddy was just a sperm donor. And he didn't support us neither. Mama was father and mother. She kept it together so we didn't suffer.
And for a Guyver, one life to live. Is a part of What's the Verdict winner with Simple Life. Here we go. New song by Emperor Kaiva. So many children. One life to live, Emperor Kaiva for you inside the house. The Dudley Thomson Show. Only got one life to live. Things have changed. Please don't make faces, but it's worth still go on. All you gotta do is be strong. Sometimes we do things we don't wanna do. Sometimes we say things we don't wanna say. What life to live? Big song by the man called Emperor Guy for One Life to Live. So many children crying. Open your heart. Love flow within. We only got one life to live. Sometimes it makes you move, and it spin you around, and it goes away and come back to you, driving you crazy. Yeah man, big song by M Forever. Into one life to live, we only got one life to live. Don't think about life. So many people are dying, so many children are crying. Wait, got the bread I wonder.
The wonder, I'm over yonder. Papa, the mom, we are yonder.
What an intro. Oh, brother wonder, what an intro, my brother wonder, what an intro. What?
The Lord is up on me. That's why the enemy can't overthrow me. Me a master,
Why now wonder at all? In confidence.
Hands up, the Lord is up on me. That's why
indeed, you see if the Lord.
For me, not the word of God. Satan get behind me. The father and I make me preach. Wisdom pity. Tell you where all me dress down to me very speech. You ma look for a man. Me step in at the reach. Anything what you want. Him make me see it. Say deeper this.
Big song by Brother Wonder.
Pressure 19. But why man live here? Because the hands of the Lord is up on me. That's why the enemy can't overthrow me. I want to stand for me now the word of God. Satan get behind me. Sing. Hands of the Lord is up on me. That's why the enemy can't overthrow me. Yeah.
Big song by Brother Wonder.
God. Satan get behind me. Them say a summertime in a worry about beach. Show me the part, the last me one reach. Some of them hard to clean it more than bleach. Some of practice the things they know them not preach. Hear them get up, lip on the bleach. The file your temper, them whiter than beach.
The big man, Admiral Bailey.
The Admiral.
96.1, and it's the FM band. The Admiral Bailey for you. Yeah, man, I'm gonna give a big laugh. Big DJ, big football coach. Yeah, man, Admiral Bailey. Here we go.
You are Bailey. I'm a Leon. And the Admiral. Well, all right.
Admiral Bailey.
Stepping on the scene, girl, so we give up and girl, catch up me, girl, up in rasta, a one man, a doll in a caption, a cat. Anyway, she see me, she want me mad. Stop the style of food and can't march. Me stay clean.
Big song by Admiral Bailey.
7, also me do the man.
Brand new.
3, here I'm in. Tell them to step up the pace. Let me give them on the car on the place.
One call, step up.
In a rap race, the only race me now is spice like a race. Give me one on the break, you know, see the moonshine. Better with it. What have you done? What have you done in this space? Different frame of mind, different space, yeah. Change the style, never try to change the pattern. They never know, so me still have the passion. Straight jeans with clocks from me fashion, just in a red bottoms and rubber button. That kind of the style, you know. Style like a flow. Tell them me step up to beat.
Yeah, man, I call it Bailey for you. Step up.
The only race me now is spice like a race. Give me one up.
96.2. And FM dial. Rooted 96.1. Take a quick party for the cause. I can't be married.
On Roots 96.1 FM, Sundays 4:35 p.m. and Tuesdays 7:05 p.m. That's the Jimmy Fagan Record Show right here on Roots 96.1 FM, Sundays and Tuesdays. You don't want to miss it.
COVID-19 is still here. Always wear your mask correctly while in public places, covering your nose and mouth at all times. Masks should never be worn over the head, under your chin, below your nose, or hanging from your ears. Recover from COVID-19 can take up to 60 days or more. The mask or the ventilator? You choose. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.